Hi, Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 4 of the June daily draws. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Good Fortune Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Seasons of the Witch, Litha Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. The Empress. So, this is about that creative energy that we've talked about so many times in these daily draws, and it's using it to, our natural creative energy, our creative talents to achieve the goals that we want. And it's about directing that energy in the right way towards the right goals, staying true to our true identities that we've been talking about, being our authentic creative selves, being creative in the way that is right for us. The way someone else is being creative is not necessarily the right way for us. So we can't be going around looking and copying. We have to let it emerge from within ourselves naturally, our own inner creative energy to be expressed naturally in accordance with who we are. So, nature expresses itself as it creates and grows. It follows its true, authentic pattern of creativity. So that's what we should do. We should find our own authentic manner, style of creativity, and put it towards what is right for us. And the issue of comparing ourselves with others shouldn't really come into it. Yes, we can learn from other people's experiences, some things that may or may not work, but just because something didn't work for someone else doesn't mean it won't work for you, because it may have been the wrong way for them, but it might work for you. Likewise, something that didn't work for you may work for someone else, and what works for you may not work for them, and vice versa. So it's finding our own natural living style and manner of being creative that I believe that we're being asked here to start to do, to develop as we work towards our goals. We may get voices telling us that we should be doing it this way, and yes, look at the merits of it. But if it doesn't feel natural to us, if it's not really our way, the way that we naturally work, that may be a technique that works for someone else, but it may not be right for us. So we may need to be discerning about the kind of advice we take on board, and our creativity should be almost instinctive to us, intuitive to our own inner nature of what feels right for us, what comes easier to us. It's the way we've been made in order to be creative. We're all individuals. We all have different skills, abilities, and qualities and personalities, and that all comes in to the mix to determine how each person is to create and function in this world. And we're not all to be the same. We're not to be carbon copies, repeating the same process, the same method. It's a living creativity. It's not a checklist of rules and techniques. As I say, it's more to do with the living vital energy within us being expressed in an authentic way for us. That's what's the key to unlocking our true creativity in whatever situation that we're facing and what goals that we've set ourselves. So let's let our creativity come from a natural place, from a living place within us, that uh, that we naturally let it flow naturally. You know, if we can't try and manipulate it to fit a certain pattern that we think is right. We got to create our own pattern, our own way of doing things, and the the proof of it will be in the results, in what fruit is born by that. We'll know that if we can tell if the energy is beginning to have an effect, if growth is coming, and if that's the case, if growth is emerging and we're getting closer to our goals, then we're on the right track and we're using the right way to go about it. So let's find our own means, our own creativity, and be expressive in that. Okay, so let's see which oracle card we get to go with that. Sunbathing. It's nice if the sun's out. I'm not one for sunbathing. I don't tan naturally. I got very fair skin. I burn more than sun, than tan in the sun. But it's good for us. Good vitamin D. Get all that vitality and bathe in the sun of your creativity. Bathe in the sun of the glow of your own personal sun, your own personal creative energy. That's what I would get from this. Let it shine with your own creative style. That's what you should be displaying. The dance of stillness is calling for you to live in its embrace. And not that there isn't work involved in creativity, but the stillness is more that you're at peace with the way that you're doing things. You're at peace, even in the hard work stages of creativity. If you're flowing naturally, it comes peacefully. It comes naturally. There isn't you don't have to force it, and that's what I believe that these cards are saying. So let's find our own natural gifts and talents and style of creativity, and in order to be the most effective that we can be as individuals in our creative endeavors. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 5. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.